Welcome everybody to Shift Drink Nation. I'm your host Manny Olvera, and as always, my co-host, my boy.
I'm Blake, and Shift Drink Nation podcast is a podcast dedicated to all things food and service industry. We'll have different guests on like servers, bartenders, DJs, bouncers, bar owners, maybe even exotic dancers, you never know. We'll have different segments where we have bartenders making different drinks. All right, we're even gonna have a segment that's a listener line where listeners can call in and they can leave us a message. We plan to play each message at the end of each episode and have a little commentary about each one of them too.
I'm excited about our first guest, because if anybody knows about the industry, it's this guy. He's been doing it for many years, right?
Yeah, it's DeeJay Ntyce. He's a DJ that's been blowing up the 314 and the 618 for years. He's open for people including DMX, Kevin Gates, T-Pain, The Baby. He's worked at places like Big Daddy's, Tin Roof, Pop's Nightclub, and even Silver Creek.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, DeeJay Ntyce.
Yo!
Ntyce.
What's up?
What's happening? What's happening?
Nothing.
So, before we get this going, we're going to start a tradition. Tradition is, I'm going to pour you guys a shot.
Okay.
So let's get it.
I'm game for that.
All right.
I know this man loves tequila, so
Well, absolutely. I'm going to try to keep up. But
yeah, I
me open my
might
beer real quick so I
might
get a
turn
chase.
Mexican after we drink this.
I mean,
Heads up. Oh, all right, we're good.
Take
I'm
one
not a
down,
bartender.
pass it around.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's why you stick to the DJ
I
stuff,
stick
huh?
to the DJ stuff. I play the music. That's about it. Keep the vibe going for the party.
Right.
That's it.
All right. Cheers.
To the podcast, salute.
Yeah, to the
Absolutely.
first episode. Welcome. Ooh, that's tasty. What is that?
It's Maestro.
Maestro?
Maestro.
Sweet.
So what's up, man? You got quite the resume.
Yeah, I've been in the industry a while. Started, when I was a kid, kind of stay out of trouble. So
Yeah.
fell in love with music and kind of picked it up from there.
How old were you?
12 years old.
Did you teach yourself?
Wow.
I taught everything self-learned, watching, believe it or not, MTV videos back then.
When they used to show music?
When they used to show
that's
music, yes.
We were talking about the other day about TRL and all this music that we used to listen to.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
back on MTV.
Yep.
Yeah, the art of the music video is lost.
It is. And the funny thing is I'm a video DJ, so I kind of bring that back to the club. I like to produce a lot of eye candy, especially, earlier in the night, people standing around just talking, drinking, and then you catch something. You're like, man, I haven't seen that video in 20 years. Wow.
Yeah.
And it's, keeps people intrigued.
Have you noticed anything like over the years since you've done it like a long time, man? Where was that then or where is that now?
I would say, especially in our area here in the Midwest, we used to be the spot.
Yeah.
Way back in the day, I would say 10, 11 years ago, we were the spot to go to. People from out of town, like Cardinal Cub King, people from Chicago come down, they knew it was a party. Now the industry kind of slacked up a little bit, lagged away from more of the party scenes, the nightclubs and stuff, and went more to bar restaurants that are trying to do kind of both.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's really, you got some that work, but I don't think they jive well together,
Yeah, and the DJ whole aspect, it's really a lost art anymore, I feel like. There's not really guys out there that do it the way you still do it. There's probably maybe one or two others like in the area, but it's you bring the party, that's for sure. And
Absolutely.
like we were talking earlier, the whole DJing thing, there's a whole psychology that goes behind DJing. You're not just a DJ that's just up there pushing buttons.
Yeah.
There's a lot that actually goes behind it. When you come through, one of your jobs is to read a crowd. You got to know what vibe to bring.
Yeah.
How good are you at that? Like reading the crowd and everything? Does that take you years to learn and stuff?
You know what? It's one of them things I feel, anybody could buy a laptop and a controller nowadays, and they don't understand the art of what it was back in the day when you had two turntables and a mixer. Anybody nowadays could say, I'm a DJ. This is why the DJ, persona of what we used to get paid 10, 15 years ago to what we get paid now, the market is flooded with everybody that wants to be a DJ.
Yeah.
But the one thing that they don't understand is the fact of what crowd are you trying to cater to? What crowd are you trying to stay away from? Are you catering to a certain demographic of people? There's a lot of things that we got to look into. The way I do my sets, and it's not even sets because I'm probably one of the DJs that don't go in with the set. I kind of free reign the whole thing when I come in there because I don't know what crowd's going to be there that day.
Yeah.
I could walk in and say, man, this is an all country crowd. No problem. I could rock 4, 5, 6, 7 hours all country music if it has to be. which I've done it at Tin Roof, you know. There's nights that it's like, man, this is the EDM crowd. Okay, so I got to pick it up with the EDM style.
Yeah.
I've seen you doing it live, man. You're a pretty guy. I went to Tin Roof, you're talking about. I've seen you at Big Daddy's. I've seen you in a lot of places, man. You kill it. And, you know, this is one of the reasons for this podcast. So you can get that message out there.
Yes.
And bring that industry that's hurting back to where it was. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because we'll talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Absolutely. You know, and the thing is what it is. Old dogs got to teach new dogs. But the new dogs nowadays don't want to listen.
Oh.
Everybody feels that they're better than somebody instead of taking what everybody's trying to teach them and bring the industry back together so everybody can connect on that level of, hey, you know what, we could all make money here. There's enough spots for us to go around and share. Why are we just catering to one style of music, or why are we all trying to sound like every other DJ that's out there, you know? And that's my thing. I'm not going to sound like anybody else.
Yeah, and that's the thing too that DJs bring is you bring the whole vibe. I mean, it's no secret. I mean, studies show that the right vibe and the right mood brings people's moods up.
Yep.
They keep butts in seats.
Absolutely.
People spend more money.
Yep.
So like I said, I think it's a lost thing. Like, I don't understand why people don't just have a DJ every night, or even live music brings that aspect too, depending on what genre you're dealing with.
It
as
is,
well.
and see what I don't like is when you compare the live music aspect to the DJ aspect. First off, a DJ can do everything a live band can do, just in the original format. You know, a live band, they have to sit there. Some of them sound great. Some of them don't sound so good. Some of them, you know, try to do too much with the music and put their own touches to it. With us is we could remix it. We could add different beats. We could put our own personal touches on it, but it's still the same song.
Yeah.
You know, and like I've always said, and I've tried to tell other people, you know, a song can make you sad. A song can make you happy. A song can make you want to dance. A song can make you just want to sit back and chill. That is a heartbeat that we try to push out as DJs to the fan base and our crowds. I don't have a problem, you know, packing out a club and bringing people together, because everybody that comes knows that I'm providing that heartbeat for them that night. They know that I'm gonna provide that vibe that they want. They may not hear the songs they want, but I guarantee you I'm gonna catch a vibe with them throughout the night, and people stay. They have fun. They leave and say, wow, I never liked this spot, but
it is an art.
It's an art, like when you bring it in, because you have all that in mind, but most people like not even thinking about that, man.
No.
And you doing it you think years gave you that, like the experience,
Absolutely.
like learning?
Yeah.
Wow,
because I mean, every DJ's experienced a spot where there was 10 people there. But you know what? It's how do you turn that 10 people to 10,000 people? You know, it's you cater to them 10. You let them say, man, even though there was nobody here, I had a great time. So you got to rock. You got to have that, you know, mentality in your head stating that, you know what, even though there's nobody here, I'm just going to cater to the people here, and I'm going to make them have a good time.
Yeah.
I'm going to get them up and I'm going to get them dancing, and guess what? They're going to tell their friends. And then their friends are going to come and experience the same thing they did, but on another level. And then they're going to tell their friends. And this is how you become, you know, it's word of mouth. That before I started, there was no social media.
Right.
That's when
Everything was.
Well, the numbers
Exactly.
the numbers don't lie either. I mean, you have a pretty loyal following of people, and it's no secret that anytime you're playing a bar, you pack it out.
Yes.
I mean, so
Which
that's
reminds me, you should follow him on social media, man, because you guys got to check this guy out, man. I've seen him working, and wow, dude, he brings a whole vibe. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you say is the biggest struggle being a DJ at this day and age?
I would say getting people out of their elements. You know, what they listen to in their car is not what a lot of us can.
Yeah.
Because a lot of bars limit us. It's not that we don't know it or don't want to play it. It's the fact that a lot of bar owners want to stray away from a certain type of music.
Oh,
Right.
man.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's the scary part of it, because, you know, me personally, I could play anything. I could go hood as I want to, or I could go Earth, Wind, and Fire, old school, you know.
I like Earth, Wind, and Fire.
But the thing is it's how do you blend it together to make it work?
Right.
And if the club owners would just relax a little bit and see.
Let you do your own thing. Like, hey,
Exactly.
listen, this is my job. This is what I do. Let me do on my own thing.
Yes.
Don't get too involved. Oh, don't play this. Don't play that. Listen, this is what I do, man. Let me do
and
it.
that's the thing. A lot of women want to hear that kind of music, but you could play a song or two, get out of it, get into something else that's more poppy, girly stuff, and then
Yeah.
you could kind of get back into a rotation of it.
Right.
But these club owners are so scared of it that they're like, no, don't play this kind of music. You can't play hip hop. You can't play this. You can't play. And I've seen a lot of clubs stir away from the hip hop, which that is the biggest cultural generation of what we're doing right now.
Right. And I mean, you don't want to play, and I mean, I understand because I've been to many places where you played. I mean, you don't want to make it like, like he said, it's an art. Like, you don't want to play hip hop song after hip hop song after hip hop song. I mean, you have to mix everything in gradually in its own way. I mean, you can't just come first song playing Little Scrappy Headbusters, like, or some Crime Mob, like right off the bat.
Absolutely.
And just be like, this is the tone I'm setting, like right now, you know?
Yeah.
You got to kind of ease into stuff like that. And it all comes with feeling everything out, you know?
Yeah.
So what do you do at 10 o'clock at night when you're at a busy club and you got it packed out and Tammy Sue comes up and she wants to hear Strawberry Wine?
Hey, she want to hear Strawberry Wine. Listen, the good thing about it is I've already had that happen to me. So what I've done personally is I take a song that literally won't work in a club. That song is too slow.
But you throw an EDM beat on anything,
And
it
that
works.
is it. It's how can you mix it on the fly to make something work?
Was the whole EDM genre just like a godsend for DJs?
No, not really.
No?
I mean, I would think, remember, it all generated from techno.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
Techno was a huge crave that happened for about 10 years, and then it just kind of shifted over to this EDM phase, you know? To me, I don't care what music it is. I don't care what type of music it is.
Yeah.
If I could be creative in my mind to take this song and make something else of it and make it a hit again today, even though the song was 30 years old, I'm going to do it. Because what happens nowadays, most artists today sample music from 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah, and we just talked about this. Like a lot of the songs that are on TikTok now, you hear them, and if you follow the evolution of what they're sampling, it's a sample of another sample that was of another sample, and a lot of these samples, you can follow them all the way back to music that was coming back from the 1950s, you know?
You have a whole portfolio ready to go? Like somebody asked for that bullshit song or something like that? Like,
Pretty much. Like, you know, with me, like I said, I keep, you know, 2 drives usually with me when I'm DJing. But my drives are so big, I have pretty much every type of genre you could think of. If it comes down to somebody says, hey man, let me hear that beer, you know, polka music, I got it, you know, I'm gonna drop it.
There's like genres we never even heard of before.
Exactly, but see, the thing is people, they come up and they expect you to play this.
Right.
And the number one thing I get all the time, hey man, can you drop this song or can you play this song? It's gonna pack your floor. But all they have to do is turn around and look and my floor's already packed.
Right.
So why would I want to play that song when I know personally it's not gonna work? It's gonna kill that vibe.
Yeah.
And then people will, you know, like me, do you go to a restaurant and order food from your waitress to see how good of a job she does and you don't tip?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
That's what people think. People think that we are about
I'm a weirdo when it comes to tipping though. Like even if I get shitty service, I still tip them well.
Absolutely.
You ever have
and you
to
know what?
send
That is
somebody
the
away?
industry.
Like,
Yeah.
get out of here, Becky. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Like, oh, are you nice? You gotta be nice about it.
You know,
I'll play it in a minute. Like, give me a few
sometimes you have
songs,
to
I'll
say
play it.
no.
Like, hey, get out of here.
I have my go-to sayings that I do. Hey, let me look and see if I got it. If I got it, I'll drop it. You know, kind of thing.
Yeah, like, how do you
but
send it away?
it's one of them things like, you know, if I know it's not gonna work,
Yeah.
you know, it's just one of them things like I'll fit it in eventually, but I'm not gonna play the whole song. I'm and that's one thing that maybe people don't like about me is the fact that how fast I could get in and out of songs.
But you always keep it professional. Like, yeah, let me see if I got it. You know, you never send.
I'm not gonna
That's
cut
awesome,
you out.
man. So
I'm
you're
not
a pro, you're a
gonna
pro.
get away from me or
Nobody
what
wanted to
most
hear that
DJs
shit.
do now. No request.
Yeah.
You know, I feel, you know, you have to take or listen to what people are asking for. Like, you know, the biggest one right now, girls come up, Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny. It's like, man, you don't even understand what this guy's saying. You know, he just like the beat.
Is that the thing right now, Bad Bunny?
That is
He's
the thing
hot right now.
It's Bad Bunny.
He was just at the home run derby,
you know,
putting big ass bling necklaces on people.
Absolutely.
Not gonna lie, he's got some hit. Like, I speak Spanish, so I do understand what he's saying.
And you know what? I don't, but I do have a good Latin following that follows me. So I learned that genre of music, and I learned how to separate the different Latino music, should I say, the bachata, the merengue, the salsa, the reggaeton, and I know you can't really blend them because people will get mad at you that are true fans of that genre of music. And a lot of DJs don't know. They says, oh, well, this beat will go with this. And they're playing a bachata song with, reggaeton. And people are like,
I don't even know what talking about.
yeah, exactly.
Well, I know it.
See,
I've never even heard of those genres before.
In this business.
You know it all. I mean,
yes, with us being so close to a military base, with us being in the Midwest, there are so many Latino people here that people just forget about.
Right.
Dude,
There's so many demographics of genres here that we can, pack clubs out with.
I mean, look, we're enjoying some of their finest product right now. You know?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mexicans, for the tequila.
You're welcome.
Latino.
You're welcome. Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
You're welcome, man.
But when it comes down to I would say the industry today, we're struggling.
I know, man. This is why we started this podcast. One of the main reasons, man. And I'm glad that you came in as a guest because that's what we want to talk about. How do we get it back? How do we get it back?
Man, first off, it's collaborating instead of fighting. You have so many people that get so offended because, in the DJ world, oh, this DJ outperformed this DJ. No, it's not that. It's the fact that he knew how to read a crowd better. Yeah. And that's just the thing. If people would stop undercutting people would actually come together and say, hey, you know what? I'm not here for just this. I'm here to throw a party. I'm here to, bring this business back to the energy we used to have 15 years ago in this area. Dude, this could be one of the hottest spots. People would say, no, you know what? I'm going to come. I'm traveling. I'm going to stop in St. Louis. I'm going to rock a couple clubs there and then move on to my next spot.
You don't hear that anymore. Oh, I'm going to St. Louis to go party.
Everybody is either East Coast or West Coast.
Like, remember like Morgan Street, the Landing, and man, we've had it.
I was peak Landing time. I was down there. There was not a bar that I didn't, or should I say back then, a nightclub I didn't DJ at back then, and everything was popping. Wow. Everything. It didn't matter because you know what? Everybody was packed. Everybody was on that strip, and that was the spot to go to. If you wanted to go clubbing, everybody went downtown to the Landing, and now
it's a ghost town.
It's a ghost town. It's sad. It's sad how fast it shifted.
Well,
I know.
I still have hope. I hope we get it back, man. But thanks for coming in as a guest and talking about it, man. I appreciate it. Man.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Thanks for that
Hope
insight,
we can make
man.
a difference for this industry.
Yeah, it's just working together and taking care of industry folk because we are the ones that are out there doing it every day. You know, we're the ones that give up our weekends. We're the ones that give up our times going out of town.
How do you deal with that, by the way? Like just giving up the weekend because that's gotta be tough.
It's hard. Like I have a strong wife. Like my wife is super strong. She's been supporting me with this, but she understands when I walk away that even when I'm away from it, my phone is consistently blowing up on where you at, what's going on, bro? Who's this? What is that? Are you somewhere else tonight?
Why is there 18 girls in your DJ booth?
Not me.
No, I know. I know better than that. I've seen you out about it. Ain't like that.
No.
You usually got all your boys with you.
Yeah, I keep it professional, and they usually stand there, so it blocks.
Well, and you got a little crew that works under you too. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a good thing. And that's the thing, like going back to what you said about the owners, like kind of not letting you have your way. I mean, a lot of these owners, they're not even there every day. You know, some of these owners maybe show up once a week to collect a paycheck maybe, or just take care of payroll or do something. I mean,
they do.
What better to look at it through the eyes of somebody that's living it every day, And
the thing that I don't like, and you're multiple business owner, the thing that I would say is my biggest complaint about that industry is the fact that, an owner, we're doing a job to help you make money. Yeah. And we are getting way underpaid for what you're ringing in at the end of the night.
Yeah.
So you're literally cashing out on everything that we are bringing to you. And then when you walk in, say 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night, and you just got this persona about you that you hate everything that's going on.
I've never done that. Like, I know you work here next time.
No. When you come in, you're like, hey, you're sociable, you talk. But there's certain places that I work for that is literally, minute the owner walks in, the whole vibe changes.
You gotta have faith in people. It's all right. I know what you're doing. Do it. Like you're a professional, hey, do it. And you gotta have faith in people. Hey, man,
and if you're making money, like I shouldn't dictate your bar. I should not, as a DJ, dictate whether you're packed or not. You should be streamlining steady, nonstop, whether I'm there or not.
Right.
But the fact is like, with me is when I'm not at a certain bar and I'm maybe up the street at another bar, the whole shift is noticeable.
Yeah.
People are like, oh man, well this place was popping last night when you were there, and now everybody's over here tonight. They got 6 people there, and it's like,
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's why I wonder
help it.
sometimes, like your DJ sets, like are sometimes you'll go to places and you'll just be there from like 6 to 9, you know, or like 9 to like it's so short, like 3 hours in the grand scheme of things, like partying, hanging out at a bar, like it's really short. And like I've been there before, like when you're done with your set, and the whole vibe just completely goes down.
It's all about setting up that post party.
Yeah.
After me, I'm the one that's setting the vibe for that post party. Now, whether the guy can follow me or not, that's on him, you know, and that's where a lot of complaints come from. A lot of DJs that
Is there a lot of like hate, like in the DJ industry, like
with the
if you
old
DJ
school
and then
guys?
another
No.
no, that's awesome. That's
With the
good.
old
That's what
school
it's about,
guys, there's
link,
not.
you know, network and stuff like that. You help
So
me
how
out,
does somebody who's DJing right now, like, you know, just give some advice for anybody out there who's just starting off? Like, what do you see as a good way to?
Don't be thirsty.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't go into a gig and say, hey man, I could do this for $100 a night, or let me do this for, you know, a free bar tab and food.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I've
Why
seen that happen,
why don't you walk up and say, hey, introduce yourself to the DJ that's playing? Well, he's there for a reason already. You know, me personally, I've been at my locations for years, like 5, 10, 15 plus years, and the vibe never changes. I've had many DJs come up and try to undercut me and stuff like that. Thank God the owners were, I guess, you know, loyal to a point to where they're like, you know what, I know what he brings. He's consistent on his basis, and I don't know you.
Right.
But if this guy would come and talk to me and say, hey, I'm a new DJ, I would tell him, like I tell every of these, do me a favor, put me together a 20-minute format, open format set of what you got. Let me listen to it. Because I'm overbooked. I'm booked every single weekend from Thursday to Sunday. I'm booked nonstop every weekend.
Right.
So, and I got a day job too. So like I said, me and my wife we don't see each other a lot, but she understands my hunger in this business, you know?
For sure.
So my thing is this, talk to me, the DJ, and why don't you try to work with me instead of trying to undercut me?
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, this is not the right way to go about it.
No, and
But
then once
see
you
that
get
a lot,
labeled
man.
that, yeah,
It's like
you
you
do.
said, thirsty, and like, you know, people going for that Instagram picture.
Yeah.
Just don't,
That's like me opening up a Mexican restaurant next door to you and charging $5 less than everything you charge, you know? But here's the thing. My food isn't the quality of yours. What's gonna happen? People are gonna say, I tried it, that's crap, let me go back to this spot. And I'll pay that $5 extra.
Yeah.
And that's what happens in the industry. They go cheap, and then they expect us to come back and save them.
They're
Oh,
probably
man,
not
we
even
messed
making
up.
money either charging that cheap.
No. And then
What's
now
the
we
point?
gotta play cleanup. We had this club packed already.
Yeah.
You decided to save $100, $150 a night by going with this cheap guy, and then you call us back a month later and say, man, this guy destroyed this whole spot. Can you come back?
Yeah. And apparently that's
Quality.
happening right now because you're all over the place right now.
I am.
I mean,
you
Fridays
know
and
what?
Saturday nights, you're at this place for a few hours, this place for a few hours. And I mean, you're literally jetting from one set to another.
Absolutely.
You are killing it though, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Good for you, bro.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, we're
I
definitely
love
happy
it.
for you, man.
Yeah. And like I said, hopefully
We're
we
looking
can,
forward to the future too. What do you got coming up in the future? You got some things in the works you
Yeah,
want to talk about, maybe?
hopefully we got something in the
Yeah,
works
yeah.
that's gonna
Let's
blow
not
this,
get too soon
blow
to
this
talk
whole
about it.
area up.
We'll get
Yeah.
there. We'll get there.
It's what we call the top secret stuff now. But trust me, everybody that follows me on Instagram, Facebook, and stuff, it's already been blowing me up like nonstop. He knows because I'm always questioning him about
Right.
things.
Yeah.
But
You want to promote your Facebook? Tell them where they can
yeah,
follow you. So
just
for your
follow
next
me.
gig and stuff,
Yeah,
you know?
just spell out DJ, DeeJay Ntyce, Ntyce. You'll find me on Facebook, Instagram. I don't do Snapchat. That gets you in trouble. So I got chill with Snapchat. You know, but yeah, no, we got some big things coming. And when I tell you, we're gonna bring a lot of the old vibe back that St. Louis
Oh,
is
it's very
missing.
important, man. That's awesome.
And,
I'm excited for that.
When this happens,
That's
it's
a
gonna
good-
happen at the right time.
It's a
and we're
good
gonna
thing,
blow it up.
man, because we need to get back to where things were.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
What about TikTok? You got TikTok?
I do. You know what? I just started the TikTok thing. My
I couldn't
daughter's
tell you
on
how to
it.
make a TikTok video
haven't
to save
downloaded
my
it.
life. I'll watch them, but
Yeah.
you'd be perfect for TikTok though, because you could just throw up a little DJ set, mixing a song or two.
Yeah,
That would
well,
work out good for you.
you know, like me, I'm old school, so I'm that type of guy. You know, like I'll save it for the club. You want to see what I'm about? Come out to the club. You
Yeah,
know?
there you go.
And don't be afraid to come and say hi. I'm not one of these DJs like, oh, get away from. No, I'll say hi. I say, what's up? You know, get to know me and
Yeah.
get guess what? That's how you get songs played, when you get to know the DJ.
Yeah.
And we start, hey man, you cool people. Hey, let me know what you want to hear.
Yeah, let me hear that strawberry wine.
Yeah, absolutely. I ain't got a problem playing it. You come in and you support me. I'm gonna.
Let me see if I got that.
Yeah.
I'm in the corner like,
You ever gonna play it, bro? I ain't got it. Hey, last call. Then you're gonna hear it.
strawberry wine.
Yeah. Last call. That's it. Then you got it there.
Yeah. All right, guys, don't forget to visit us on all of our socials. Make sure you comment, like, and share.
Subscribe. And don't forget to tag us. If you are and about, let us know.
Yeah.
Ntyce, thanks so much for being a guest, man. I appreciate it.
But
Yeah, thank you.
before we leave,
Yeah.
we're gonna start the show or end the show like we started the show. So how about we do one more shot?
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Cheers to
game
the podcast.
for this.
Cheers to big things to come with you guys.
Thank you so much.
And
Cheers.
congratulations.
Cheers.
Salud.
Ooh, tasty. And remember, guys, don't be late for your next shift.